Audience, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the playing of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, and welcome to the Blue Ridge Class of 2024 graduation ceremony. I would like to acknowledge our school board for their continued support to our school district, our high school administration, faculty, especially Mrs. Webster, Mr. Woodruff, Mr. LaRusso, Mrs. Bailey, Ms. Gillespie, and Mrs. Haley. Also our maintenance staff for making all the preparations and preparing our school campus for today's ceremony. Class of 2024. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of your special day. Today is about our graduates, but it's also a special day for the parents, guardians, and close family and friends of this graduating class. We all know the sacrifices parents and families make so their child can reach milestones in life. And with that, I would like to congratulate the parents of these students on stage for all the love and support they have provided them throughout their school careers. Class of 2024, let's give your parents, guardians, and family members a round of applause. Each year, I always take some time to reflect on the memories I have with the graduating class. Most of the time, the majority of my memories and experiences are of their most recent years in high school. With the class of 24, I have many fond memories of their high school years, as these students have achieved at the highest levels of their academics and also through their participation in athletics, music, art, and clubs. We have many students on stage this evening who have received recognition at the local, regional, state, and national levels. As I mention this, I do want to pause and say good luck to 6 of our senior boys as they continue to represent BR in the second round of the state playoffs tomorrow. In addition to their high school years and in my role as district superintendent, I have been able to have experiences with this class also on a personal level. With being an uncle, cousin, godparent, a coach to many of them, and even a father to one of the members of a friend group they call Puka. Still not sure what that means, but they call it Puka. So, before I conclude, I want to share a quote I came across a few weeks ago that I felt was fitting for the class of 24. Legendary football coach Lou Holtz once stated, "Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do. Your attitude determines how well you do it." I felt this quote really connected with the class, because as we observed at last night's award ceremony, they have exhibited a wide variety of talents over the last 4 years. Some of these talents were raw and natural, but they excel at the highest levels because of the motivation they display through their hard work and dedication to their respective talents. The last key word in Coach Holtz's quote was attitude. I felt this was an important word in his quote, and will be a characteristic that will determine your motivation and how far you can go with your talents as you move on to the next chapter in your lives. Will that be a forward to your college path, trade school, workforce, or the military. I would like to say good luck. I wish you the best with your next adventure in life. Have a safe summer and enjoy the memories of today with your family and friends. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce my nephew, Ryan Scott, our 2024 Senior Class President, and Andrew Kovaleski, the incoming 2025 Senior Class President, conduct the presentation of the Mantle ceremony.
As your class follows ours into the senior year, you must seek truth, which leads to the understanding you need for a useful life. Be loyal to your class, your school, and your community. The return of your loyalty will surely enrich your life. Be responsible for your own actions so that those younger may see your example and be self-influenced towards responsibility. Above all, practice service to your family, community, school, and church. It is through service that we reach the highest ideals of humanity. We freely offer this mantle to you with the hope that you will accept the charge that goes with it.
I'm accepting this mantle on behalf of all the members of my class. In doing so, I understand the charge that you have given to us is a very exacting one. It is my hope that we will be able to pass this on to the succeeding class, knowing that we have lived up to all the obligations which it represents. On behalf of my class, I offer congratulations to you all and our wishes for happy and successful lives for all of you.
At this time, Jocelyn France will give the Salutatorian's address.
Good evening. My name is Jocelyn France, and I am beyond honored to be the Blue Ridge Class of 2024 Salutatorian. I'd like to begin by welcoming all the school board members, administrators, teachers, staff, families, and friends in the audience today, as well as the Class of 2024 who joined me on this stage. Additionally, on behalf of the Class of 2024, I'd like to thank everyone in attendance for supporting our class throughout our high school journey, especially our teachers, who did the hard job of overlooking our rambunctiousness to see the potential in every one of us. And on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a special thank you to my parents for encouraging me to do difficult things, my sisters, who now have big shoes to fill, and my friends for always being there. I'll be the first to say it, and my teachers, friends, families, and mentors would agree that I have a very negative mindset. I am extremely critical of myself. I am a perfectionist. I am really bad at accepting compliments or any form of validation, and I have an extremely bad self-image. This negative mindset caused me to struggle throughout my high school career. I obsessed over grades and academic validation. I cried over any form of rejection, no matter how small, and I chronically overthought any and all interactions I had with others. However, I have been told that I'm very good at self-evaluating. In the midst of all this, I realized that not only does my negativity affect me, even though it is most often self-depreciating, but my negativity also has a huge impact on the people around me. That realization was a hard pill for me to swallow. As my mentor says, negativity is like a dark cloud, and it can dampen any day, no matter how sunny. I'm sure many of you have struggled with a negative mindset at some point or another, and you can understand that it is really difficult to dig yourself out of that pit of negativity. Having struggled through this myself, I feel that the advice I can share with you applies to not only the Class of 2024, but also to everyone in the audience. I was once told, actually told, many times over and over again, that the first step to improving my mindset was to start by repeating small positive statements to myself until I start to believe them. After being given this advice, I was handed a stack of yellow sticky notes. The top one read, "I am superior to negative thoughts." You are superior to negative thoughts. I believe that this statement pertains to everyone in this room. Today's world is full of negativity. You cannot let yourself be defined by your own negative thoughts, and you are certainly not defined by any of the negative things anyone else says about you. What you will be defined by is the positivity you create in spite of all the negatives. I'd like to acknowledge that some days it may feel nearly impossible to be positive. My negative mindset is still very present and continues to cause me to struggle. In fact, I'm still struggling even now to convince myself that I am worthy of addressing my class at an event as significant as this. But I know that even though some days will be really hard, I cannot beat myself up for being negative during dark times. Mindset is not like a light switch, although I'd quite like it to be. Rather, to change our mindsets, we need to take smaller steps to work towards the bigger goal of positivity every day. Before I wrap up my speech, I feel it is necessary to recognize Miss Amy Zakarauskas, more commonly known as Z, for the support and positive influence she has provided me during the last few years. Ms. Z stood by my side, even on the worst days, and never failed to remind me that I am good enough and to fill my world with positivity. So it is because of her unwavering support that I am able to stand up here today and encourage all of you to grow to become a positive force in the world and in your minds. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024. Now, please welcome Luciano Shea, class valedictorian.
It is with immense honor and gratitude that I stand before you today as the valedictorian of our graduating class. There are so many people who have helped to put me in this position today. There are too many thanks to go around, but I would absolutely not be standing here before you without the influence of the following people. My mother, who instilled the value of education on me and always hounded me when it came to school. My stepdad, who was the tough love presence in my life, whether I wanted it or not. My dad, who helped me escape the reality of life through random conversations whenever I needed. The rest of my family for cheering me on. Mrs. Katie Bailey, or as I like to call her, Brownie, for being my mentor for most of high school and keeping me in line. And Coach Q, who means more to me than anyone. I do not know where I would be in life without his guidance. I distinctly remember a saying I always see on Facebook from Mrs. Bianchi, that it takes a village. That could not be truer for me. As I reflected on the incredible journey we have shared over the past few years, I couldn't be prouder of every one of you on this stage. The diploma you are about to receive is more than just a piece of paper. It is a culmination of the hard work and dedication we have all put into this place throughout the years. As the rest of the senior class would tell you, I'm about as serious with academics as one can get. But I have also been heavily involved in dozens of other activities during my high school years, whether it be participating in athletics, volunteering time with my various clubs, or spending free time at the events there have been over time. I created a mixed bag for myself. Some of you on stage know this experience. While it became exhausting at times trying to juggle everything, prioritizing certain activities, and making sacrifices, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I like to call it a healthy balance. I think this is what life is all about. You can't always be trapped by the time clock at work or locked in the library studying your life away. As someone who tends to live life in the extremes, I have learned the importance of finding a happy medium in all aspects. Life is like a roller coaster. I hate roller coasters, with many twists and turns. The only way to successfully navigate it is by focusing on balance. Whenever you get out of whack, thrown for a loop, or just lost, think about where your balance is, focus on it, and you will find everything working out in the end. To my fellow seniors, I will forever cherish the memories and moments we shared together, whether it be beating Connor and everyone at table hockey, running amok in the school for our senior prank, or the countless parties we attended. There was always some adventure waiting for us around the corner. While all the highlights were great, we can't forget the most challenging times either. I find these to be the most important. It is these moments that shape who we are. Some of my lowest times brought along the greatest afterwards. I found my 2 best friends for life through my lows, Sam and Aiden. If I had the time, I could talk forever on what these 2 have done for me, the sacrifices they made to constantly check in on me and lift me up, and the way they were able to pull me out of the darkest days of my life. I could not be more grateful to them. God put them into my life, and they have impacted me greatly. I want all of you to remember that God always has a plan, regardless of where in that plan you may be. For those of you who are going into the workforce, I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. College is not for everyone. Some of the most successful people in life never sniffed a classroom past high school. From Steve Jobs to Bill Gates, there are hundreds of examples of people who found success by forging their own path. There will always be an avenue for you to find success, so go out there and change the world. To those of us who were crazy enough to decide that these last 13 years of schooling weren't enough, myself included, I implore you to prioritize your studies, strive for that A, and reach the highest achievements your school has to offer. But please make room for that weekend shopping spree with your friends, that night out bowling, or the movie premiere of the next biggest hit. The most important thing you can do is strike a balance, and I hope you all take that with you for the rest of your lives. Never forget this place, as it has been our home for the first 18 years of our lives. I will miss you all, and always remember what were some of the greatest years of our lives. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome Mrs. Katie Bailey, high school English and history teacher, to deliver this year's message to the graduates.
Are you good? Okay. Good evening. To those of you in the audience who don't know me, I am Mrs. Bailey, also known as Miss Brown, Brownie, or KB, amongst many other things. Even one new nickname given to me 2 days ago. I'm so honored to be able to speak here tonight. Before I begin, I would like to offer some context for my words to those of you in the audience. To say I know these graduates would be an understatement. I want everyone to know the amount of time we truly have spent together. A few of us started our journey in 9th grade as a flex family. One special individual started in 8th grade, but we won't talk about that. Right, Ryan Smith? Into sophomore year, I taught almost every person on this stage in ELA and some in APUSH, as well as adding a few more friends to my flex family. In junior year, I was blessed with a second year of an elite group of ELA government students. I thought our journey would end, but then I ended up teaching public speaking and women in history this year, and our paths had not stopped. All of this on top of clubs, proms, summer school, visits in my classroom and hallway chats. I think I may have spent more time with Wyatt than some on the stage combined. I'm not good at math, but if I were, the number of hours we have spent together would be a big one. Spin towards you guys. To my graduates. When I was asked to speak, I had some ideas, but I didn't know how to put it together. I wondered, what could I say that I haven't already said to you? I decided to first omit the things I had nothing to speak about. Things like how to live a quiet, calm life, how to use math, anything that dealt with sports, to name a few. Then I had to think about, what am I good at? The thing that stood out the most is, I'm good at being me, whatever that is. I had to then think, what makes KB, KB? I'm sure if I asked, you'd have a few ideas, but you can keep them to yourself. In that moment, I was reminded of a gift I was giving sophomore year called Art with a Purpose. Nate, do you remember that gift? The gift you gave me in 10th grade. Do you remember what it said? What'd it say? I tend to get emotional. Over the past few years, I have learned that the meaning of words have become twisted and changed. I came to learn that being emotional didn't mean what I thought it meant. It simply means losing it, freaking out, or going a little crazy in my case. To me, I felt this was what I was good at. I hope you agree. I want to take a moment to prove to you that negative connotation that has been placed on that word is not negative. As a person who rarely shows emotion in the traditional sense, you can ask my husband, I have learned over the past 3 years it is something to be embraced in its wonderful moments and those we don't want to face. But as you like to tell me or imply I was getting emotional, I don't think I was alone in that. Our relationship is not a juxtaposition or a converging of opposites. We are a mirror image of one another. With all my big emotions, you had big emotions right along with me. I mean, honestly, the only reason people know me as KB is because you had such a reaction when I got married and changed my name. Emotions are a part of life no matter your path. You cannot avoid them. You cannot hide them, so you must embrace them. When I would hear, Ms. Brown, you're getting emotional, most often from Isaiah, it would drive me insane. But the reality was I was at my breaking point or my last ounce of patience. When I was trying to teach a lesson in A-Push on thesis statements, one of Ryan Scott's aeronautical masterpieces would whiz past my head. And then Abby would yell out Sunbelt for no apparent reason. When I was trying to teach about the branches of government, Adam would return from the bathroom and parkour over the table as Angelina would follow with a witty comment. When I tried to teach anything in third period government, pencils would be flying, people would be swearing at each other, and Caleb would be trying to convince me of anything he could. When Aiden and Luke would have just one more bromance argument, Blake had to take one more looky-peeky, or I had to listen to Reggae Shark one more time. I didn't know if I could take another moment. Reflecting on these experiences taught me life is messy. We must embrace frustration because in those I built more patience than I could ever find. In my moments, I would sometimes lose it, and that's okay because we were like a dysfunctional marriage. We started each new day fresh, a restart as my kids say, always at square one. Being emotional is more than just losing it. Being emotional can also mean being passionate. I'm very passionate about several topics. I'm sure you know those. Talking about women and my nemesis Phyllis, learning about history, not using certain words, working hard, and so much more. Expressing my passion for these things and being excited is what makes me who I am. You have made it clear I can be bold, or even sometimes a bit scary at first. I'd like to say I'm just a little extra when the moment calls for it. As I have grown, I have found to be authentic in these things. I don't care what people think of me. It obviously has not hurt my ability to connect with you. So as you walk through life, remember to be authentic when it comes to expressing your passion. It will lead you to some awesome experiences you didn't know you were coming. For me, in the last year, these include an amazing line dance at prom, an invitation to walk a student out for senior night alongside one of my best friends and colleague, or the honor to witness some amazing students receive a college degree before graduating high school. In the moments in between, it doesn't matter what people say about you. The other authentic people in your life will build you up, just as you have done for me. You accept my crazy with eye rolls, right, Micah? And I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not. Lastly, I'd like to address the moments in life that are unavoidable. 6 months ago, my dad passed away. I didn't know how I would walk that path of grief. My family knew it would come, but we did not know it would happen in the timing it did. In my family's moment of grief, you met my emotions with yours. You offered hugs, you sent messages of encouragement, you made sure my class went on in my absence. Some of you attended a funeral for a man you had never met. And one of you spent the entire afternoon talking to my son about Fortnite so he wouldn't miss his papa at dinner. Grief and sadness are real, but you have an innate ability to face those moments. It was through your grace that I could feel all the feels as my amazing friend, Mrs. McCain, who's probably crying right now, instructs me to do. When life is hard, because it will be emotional. It's okay. You will help people beyond measure, and you may never know it. I will never forget what you have done for me and how you encouraged me in all your wonderful and not so wonderful ways to be a better teacher, mom, friend, and person. To my former AP students, I honor your work ethic and your commitment to learning, but remember to find fun and excitement. Degrees will not define you. To my FFA, oh, how we had our moments. You have made me laugh more than most. I saw you in your worst struggles, and just last week I saw some of you in your most amazing moments at graduation. I pushed you like a mom, knowing you were more than a reputation, and I will never forget how you grew my patience in the classroom. That in turn made me a more patient mother. To my fellow Christians, your passion motivated me to attend a new church and return to my walk of faith more deeply than before. You challenged me and you kept me honest. I share my faith with you. And yes, I still have my Legos. Caleb said it better than I could yesterday. Remember, there are many things in life that feel like a warm God hug. To my quote-unquote school son and daughter, you are my high school version of Aubrey and Jonathan. You were put here with a purpose to change me and see what I can look forward to in them. We faced setbacks and success together, and I will miss you. But I know this will not be the last I hear from you. To my prom planners, my honor society members, my scholastic scholars, my public speakers, my women in history students, to all of you, I see you, I am proud of you, and I am excited for you. Remember, to be passionate about the things that excite you. Get angry when you see injustice. And be empathetic when the time calls for it. But in all, remember to be emotional, in whatever form that brings. You have changed me and made me better, and I have no doubt you will do the same for the world. And always remember to vote. I treasure the gift that Nate gave me, so I wanted to offer a gift to you. Let's embrace the new phrase as we take on life. In your packets you received last night, you may or may not have found, where there was a small card in there from me that has this image. I promise to get emotional, feel all the feels in life. I challenge you to keep it visible somewhere, to remind you to find your emotion and use it. It is my gift to you. I was proud to be your teacher. I am honored to join you as an alumni, and I will be excited to finally call you my friend, not just my learning friend. I'm sure my Facebook and Snap will blow up after today. Families, I did not forget about you and the feels that you're feeling too. I'm not their parent and I'm feeling it. I am grateful you shared your children with me for the last few years. There will also be cards for you at the refreshments if you would like one. I thought about how to end, and I could think of no other way than a tradition one class and I had. Well, a tradition they had to push my buttons. Mrs. McCain, you can join in as these were your students too. Daddy Reynolds, are you ready? Who's ready to graduate?
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'm so proud of you. I love you all. Congratulations. Please welcome Miss Jess Wright, School Board President.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting me to speak tonight at graduation. What an exciting evening for our seniors and their families and friends. I want to extend a huge thank you to everyone that has taken time to give our seniors and their families such a special evening. The school looks amazing, and you all look amazing, so incredibly full of light and Raider pride. I love that there are so many people here tonight to celebrate all of you. I know I have said it in the past, but your class really is something special. Being on the board since your elementary school days, I have heard your names highlighted with your accomplishments and creativity. I've been able to witness your growth as students from small elementary kids all the way to high school seniors. Your growth has gone above and beyond others before you. One thing I am so impressed with is your active service for your community, to fellow classmates, to younger students and friends, to our elderly, and to those who reside beyond our building walls. You have started groups, clubs, programs that benefit so very many. And while sometimes it seems as though you don't get noticed or recognized for it, please know that we have all seen your good deeds and your kindness, your accomplishments, your ripples of innovation in our district and in our community. You have been seen, you have been heard, and tonight you are given the recognition that you all deserve. The students who are pursuing their studies in the arts, the humanities, medical fields, joining our workforce, our military, we applaud you loudly and stand behind all of you. When looking for the perfect quote for your class, I have to admit I was struggling to find just the right one. The one that really says, this is the class of 2024. And then I found Sue Monk Kidd. She is an author from a small town in Georgia. She said, "Go make your big, beautiful dent, and as you do so, come down on the side of boldness. If you err, may it be for too much audacity and not too little, for you really are enough. You have untold strengths and resources inside. You have your glorious self." So tonight, I want to take a moment to congratulate all of you and challenge you to be who you are really meant to be. To those of you who are like a Great Dane, known for being friendly, courageous, and dependable. For those of you who have found your wolf pack and have surrounded yourself with people who push you every day to be your very best. To those of you who are like a bean, ready to be planted and grow like a beanstalk, up to the clouds to follow your dreams. And when you start wrestling with the moments of uncertainty, remember you and your fellow classmates have already built an amazing foundation of strength and character. Take a big breath and feel more, once again, the pride and love you feel today from your community. Congratulations to one and all of you. Congratulations and thank you.
At this time, our graduates will be presented with their diplomas.
Nice. Ryan Thomas Scott. Connor Ryan Cranage. Samuel Joseph Callahan. Sophia Gabrielle Bianchi. Libby Ann Zick. Olivia Rose Phillips. Ella Whitney Boozman. Jocelyn Amber France. Luciano Shea. Aiden James Glasgow. Stephanie Ann Burkle. Isaiah Antonio Torres. Kendall Ryan Farthing. Carly Rihanna Robin Marie Thornton. Micah Joshua Edwards. McKenna Noel Langford. Caleb M. Norton. Stephen Anthony Loby Jr. Madison Riley McCoskey. Abigail May Loudy. Leah Diane McCain. Tristan Ray Erie. Kayla Marie George. Landon John Whitbeck. Kelsey A. Wolf. Carson L. Gallagher. Susan Bryn Courtson. Rihanna Lynn Valentine. Madeline Gale Naylor. Ethan Scott Ashley. Jacob Michael Galusha. Lizzie J. Conklin Walsh. Eli Cecilia Buchanan. Zachary Michael Rudock. Devin Nicholas Valentin. Angelina Hope Reynolds. Jade S. Ruffner. John Fiore Jr. Ryan Floyd Smith. Tyler R. Garvin. Jocelyn Custodio. Kaylin Julianne Brummett. Callum Percario. Andre C. Evans. Jocelyn Elise Cole. Haley M. Ebhart. Lana Marvin. Cody Michael Gunn. Madison S. Bishop. Courtney Hope Marvin. Braden Eric Reese. Braden Andrew Philpott. Ella Marie Robinson. Kelsey Elise Howe. Morgan Ross Thomas. Katie Rose Gordon. Vanessa Clapper. Mary Slater. Flavio Medardo Saulapula. Isaiah Daniel Upright. Zachary Logan Gardner. Careful. Adam Glenn White. Wyatt Hunter Bross. Zachary William Darrow. Cheyenne Carvin. Juliana Lynn Sarah. Connor Shin Sauer. Nicholas David Loudy. John Michael Phillips. Austin Grover. Nathan Sean Garahy. Dylan Daniel Bradley. Cheyenne Colehep. Alicia William Johnson. Kendra Eileen Millard. Jaden Riley Snell.
Seniors, you are a very special class, and I am honored to be up here with you. Today we celebrate your accomplishments with standing room only. Once again, you have packed this house. Hold on to this moment, because never again will you all be in the same room together. As you sit here these last few minutes before we make it official, reflect on the memories you have made with each other, the teachers and staff who love you dearly, and anyone who supported you along the way. One day, you will realize that earning your high school diploma was the easy part, and the toughest years were yet to come. Class of 2024, you have had a way of bringing the community together over the years to support you. You've shined in musical productions and concerts, academic ceremonies, art exhibits, and athletics. Your greatness has risen above others before you. You sparked something beyond the walls of Blue Ridge and made a name for yourself. Many of you were involved in multiple clubs throughout the years, throughout your time at Blue Ridge, and many of you are viewed as leaders. As you continue down your path, do not forget about what it takes to be a leader. Lead with a purpose, listen and support those around you, and be kind. You never know what someone is going through. We supported you while you were here, and we will miss you dearly, but now it's your turn. I would like to take a moment to recognize Blake Griffiths, who is viewing graduation remotely with his parents. Blake was involved in a motorcycle accident a few weeks ago. His good friends Cody and John, along with his parents, have been keeping us updated, and we were hopeful, but Blake still has some recovering to do. He is planning to attend the Pennsylvania College of Technology to earn a degree in electrical technology. Although you were dearly missed the last 2 evenings, Blake, we are all so grateful you are okay. I would like to now highlight some of their amazing accomplishments. The top 34 students in this class have GPAs of 90 and above, and the top 3 GPAs of this class are 100 and above. Luke, Jocelyn, and Connor, your dedication to whatever you set your mind to will get you far in life. 19 members of this class attended the Career and Tech Center. At their graduation last week, I learned that John Fiore successfully completed the welding program and was chosen by his instructors to receive a $6,000 scholarship for a CDL training course. Cody Gunn, was awarded a new toolkit, and Mr. Gazillo complimented the Blue Ridge group every time I saw him this year. We are lucky to offer as many AP and dual enrollment courses as we do. These courses allow our students to earn college credits in high school if they meet the expectations and pass the AP exam at the end of the course. Stephanie, Bryn, Connor, Jocelyn, and Luke, you have all earned at least 9 college credits while at Blue Ridge. Likely it's more, and this is why your names will be added to the Blue Ridge AP Scholar Board in the lobby. While this is an incredible opportunity, We have several students who took advantage of Lackawanna College's Level Up program and earned an associate's degree before graduating from high school. These students attended their college graduation a few weeks ago. Congratulations to Luke Shea, Abby Loudy, and Kayla George. This is a huge accomplishment. And we are so proud of you. The co-op program at Blue Ridge is thriving. It takes a village to manage them, but Mrs. Kristen Ladding is the one behind the scenes putting the work in to make it better every year, and it continues to grow yearly. We had 13 students in the co-op program this year. They attend school in the morning to finish the last few required classes they need, mostly school between 10:30 and 11:30, and head off to work. The program has many expectations, and one of them is making sure 15 of the hours the students work each week are completed before the end of our school day. Zach Gardner worked alongside us this year as a member of our maintenance department. Ryan Smith was given a full-time employment opportunity that couldn't be turned down, which he's going to need to keep replacing those tires he's leaving on the road in front of the school. We love you, Ryan, and we are beyond proud of you. Dylan Bradley is attending Penn Tech in the fall for electrical construction. Because of his co-op position and dedication to his job at Dunkin' Donuts this year, he was offered a manager position at the one near his college. If you need a stylist, go to the Studio 11 app and look for Devin Valentin at the salon located in Vestal. Devin completed an apprenticeship this year and is now accepting new clients. Caleb Norton ran a Bluestone shop all year and did some landscaping on the side. I still have the Post-it on my desk from when he gifted me 3 free lawn mowings, because at the time, I had no idea what the Be Real app was, and Caleb got me. He asked me to take a picture of him, and then I saw a picture of me taking a picture of him that I accidentally sent to all of his friends. And if you know Caleb, then you know that's a lot of people. And it was such a flattering picture that I'm sure it's still floating around today. Along with the co-op positions, we also have several part-time summer maintenance positions. And last year, we had the pleasure of working with Aiden Glasgow, Connor Cranage, and Carson Gallagher. These guys cleared out the classrooms for the cleaning crews to come through, clean and move to the next room, and then the guys would reassemble the rooms. They would often hang in the office during their breaks. We shared many laughs with you and made some memories we will never forget. This year's class has only one student joining the military. We honored him last night for receiving the Army ROTC 4-year scholarship valued at over $230,000. I've always joked with this individual about his love for Ohio State. It may or may not be because due to the fact that I graduated from Penn State, but there is no hate for this Ohio State fan. He wore an Ohio State shirt on the first day of his freshman year and said, "That's where I'm gonna go to school." And Landon Whitbeck, you should be so proud of yourself for making your dream a reality, because we certainly are. Wyatt, Austin, Zach, Isaiah, Ryan, and Adam. There is so much I could say. We had lots of quality time together over the years. We weren't always okay, but it was only because I cared. Today, I can say we're ending on the best note, and you taught me more than you will ever understand, and you better come back to visit me. I have the pleasure of knowing some of our families on professional and personal levels for many years and have many memories with them. One such memory is when Liv Phillips' mother, Jen, showed me the video of her father opening his birthday present, which was Liv's acceptance letter to Penn State University main campus. Ryan Scott and Sam Callahan are also attending Penn State main campus, and I expect to see all of you when I visit for a football game. I promise I will wrap this up soon. Jason McCoskey was trying to bribe me earlier to be quick because John Michael Phillips has a race at the Penn Can. He is in the points running to race in the championship race with a large cash prize. John, we wish you the best, and I hope you win that race. But I have to talk about this class first. Making memories over the last 2 weeks. 41 students attended the senior trip to Myrtle Beach. We started out with a 5 a.m. charter bus ride to Baltimore Airport and boarded what we thought was an airplane, but as those black clouds rolled in, it seemed to turn into a rocket ship barreling straight up through the storm clouds. Through the storm clouds as fast as we could. It was a little bit scary. We made it out of the storm clouds to a perfect week of sunny days. I don't know how much money in total was spent on DoorDash that week, but I have a hunch it's over $1,000. They kept Crumble Cookie and Taco Bell very busy that week. 6 students went golfing with me to one of the Arnold Palmer courses in Myrtle Beach. Connor Sauer and Kendall Farthing golfed with me, and we had the best day. I can see why Connor signed to play on the Pitt Bradford golf team. According to Ryan, he had the best round of his life with an 82. Kendall made friends with the fox squirrels that were sitting in our carts when we were out on the greens. We ate endless crab legs at the buffet and rocked out to a rock review that included a tap crew that was on America's Got Talent and some very talented and gorgeous backup dancers. I have to say, just being together on the beach was my favorite memory. Watching them all in the water for hours, making memories together was amazing from my point of view. I came back a day early with 5 students who had their SCCTC graduation last Thursday, and oh, the memories we made on the way home. Cody, Connor, Eli, Courtney, and I will never be the same after hearing some of the one-liners from Angelina, and I'm having a very difficult time thinking we will not hear them here next year. We came back and enjoyed an evening at the school on Monday for their senior sunset. Wednesday, we had graduation practice at 9 a.m., and we noticed many of them seemed to be tired. The first student to walk into the office Wednesday morning, I will not name names, greeted us with, "I slept in my car last night and it felt fun." But they sucked it up, and although chatty, which is nothing new with this class, they did great. And after practice, we enjoyed Greenlee's barbecue for lunch. Yesterday, we practiced again and took pictures of them in their caps and gowns, and it took forever. Parents, you'll receive an email with details about ordering the pictures. And then last night, we honored them at their class awards night, and I have to apologize to our valedictorian, Luke, for pronouncing his name wrong. I have never called him anything besides Luke. I know it's pronounced Luciano Shea, but when you get up here, sometimes your brain does silly things. I will never forget how to pronounce your birth name, Luke, but you will always be Luke to me. I could go on with class accolades and memories, but I think you get the point, and I sense they're ready to become official graduates. These young ladies and gentlemen sitting in front of you are top-notch, and they will greatly be missed in the halls of Blue Ridge next year. Thank you, families, for supporting them throughout their school careers, and thank you, Blue Ridge faculty and staff, for preparing them for the next phase of life. A big thank you to Mr. LaRusso for being a wonderful class advisor and mentor. Thank you, Board of Education, school administrators, Ms. Gillespie, and the guidance staff, Mrs. Bailey, and the IT and maintenance staff for making today possible. Class, we need to take a moment and give Mrs. Haley a huge round of applause. Without her, this graduation would not be possible. She is a school mom to all of you, and she truly loves you. Took a lot of hard work from everyone to reach this goal. I hope each of you understand what a momentous time this is and what you've accomplished during your time at Blue Ridge. I hope you'll continue to be a person who shows up day in and day out for those things that are worthwhile and important in life. Congratulations, class of 2024. Please rise for the Blue Ridge alma mater performed by our senior choir students. It's fine, you just go. You're good. You're good. almost ready. I'm going to say it after they go back. I'm going to say it, and we're going to hoot and holler and throw our caps. And we're going to be done.
My things fell off. Will you put it on?
On the hills of green, like a stately queen, we behold the Blue Ridge high. Alma mater, thou lead thy students now to the paths our mind should follow. Hail to thee, O Majesty, teacher of the truth. Guide and friend, with thee we spend these golden moments of our youth. But the time goes by, and the years will fly with the swiftness of the swallow. Then we'll go our way, but a part of us will stay in the halls of Blue Ridge High. Hail, O Blue Ridge High.
Ready? Congratulations to the Blue Ridge High School class of 2024.